Hello, welcome to the next edition of the Flashback series. Today we're going to be playing a very iconic tribal deck that was a huge thing back in Modern due to stuff like Mantis Rider, stuff like that. It hasn't really been a thing necessarily in Pioneer, but we're going to be trying it out today. We do lose out on a very important piece like Meddling Mage, but I think we could still make this deck work. So that is one of the biggest things I think this set could fix. So we can pick up one brand new card, and also Caverns. So that might help for color humans become a thing in Pioneer. That's what we're kind of hoping for. I guess in reality, there's very little black in the deck, but that's that. But I'm going to be trying that out today, since it makes sense for Flashback series, due to the pure nature that 5-color humans has been around for a long time, and it just has never been a thing in Pioneer. So we're going to try it out, see if it's a thing now. But for the most part, I think this series is going to come to a very minimum amount of seeing, just due to the fact that there's not that many flashback decks being requested right now. And I think I covered most of the ones that I liked. So if you have a deck that you want to bring back from 10 years ago, whatever standard it was, with the key pieces are in Pioneer, let me know down in the comment section, and I'll try to make it part of the series. But until that shine comes up, I think for the most part we're going to be switching gears and doing a little bit more Jank tank than this, right? So like I said, we're going to be playing 5-color humans. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you'll be alerted for future videos. Let's get to 1,000 subs together, and let's get into the deck list. So there's a lot of white space on the right, because for the most part we have 33 creatures, 4 Coco. Simple, right? Of course, the main reason why I'm playing this deck, for me personally, I love Mantis Rider. So most lists, I think, run 3 of them. I want to run 4. I want to see it every match, because I just love it. That's like the main reason why I'm glued to this deck. Ixalan, of course, is a really good card. The other card we're trying out, I'm looking if Mantis Rider's had some copies. Kitesail Larcenist. I think this could be a decent human replacing stuff like Brutal Cathar, right? Just because this is a human, 1. 2, it hits artifacts, which Brutal Cathar can't hit. I get there's that little extra upside that it can flip over, flip back, eat another creature, but that's very rarely a thing. Also, we could exchange maybe a Hoplite or Bodyguard for a treasure to get us to Coco to maybe closing the game out faster. So that's kind of the thought process there. Of course, we get to pick up from green, Werewolf Pack Leader. We still have the best 1-drops, Bodyguard, Initiate, Officer, Vanguard, Lieutenant. So we have a lot of the key 2-drops as well. We do have 2 Thalia's main, 2 Thalia's side, just because there's matchups like Lotus Field, stuff like that, where Thalia does actually matter, right? But she probably would come in, and we would be trimming down on stuff like Larcenist, right? Larcenist is probably bad in the matchups that Thalia is wanting to come in with Redain. So that's basically what we're dealing with. Sideboard wise, we have Portable Hole for the mirror matches, aggro matchup, stuff like that. Jaheira is our graveyard hate, also helps protect against rafts. Lavinia comes in mainly for like Lotus Field, stuff like that, where they try to cast high mana value non-creature spells, but try to cheat it by their mana. It's like fire, not necessarily fires. Actually, I think it does help against fires because they don't pay mana for it. But then we have, of course, 2 Thalias, 2 Reflector Mages for a little bit more removal from a creature package form. So probably in that matchup, Mantis Rider is probably going to be cut or trimmed down, just because we want to be probably more of the mid-range plan, while our opponent is more aggressive than us, right? And then we have Redained, kind of just a great card against Mayhem Devil. Also pretty solid against Lotus Field, Rafts, stuff like that. Push off them Rafts as long as you possibly can and get underneath it. That is 5-color humans. Let's see the deck in action. Temple, passes, Courtyard, Human, Initiate, say go. Tap Caverns, Fatal Push. Mana Confluence, play Mana Confluence. Green, play Werewolf Pack Leader, say go. Swamp, Deeproot, Wayfinder. Another Pack Leader. Ixalan, hit ya. Probably going to block the 1/1 human. Force, Forest, Mastermind's Acquisition. Play a Kite Sail, Eda's Threat, and hit you. Pass. Tap Hissing Quagmire. Languish. Pack Leader. Recruitment Officer, say go. Land of War Waste. Evoke Despair. We sack Officer. Deathrite Shaman. Passes. Pack Leader. Hit you with Pack Leader. See if he double blocks. Okay. Yeah, we'll take out the Wayfinder. That's what I was hoping. I do need another land to get this Coco. Our mana base is hurting us. Seasons Past. Okay, gets 4 cards back. Passes. Unclaimed Territory. Name Human. Go to combat. Hit ya. Chomps. Pass the turn. Invoke Despair. Okay, we're at 4. So we're essentially at 2. Cemetery. And there's a Wayfinder. Coco. Adeline. Larcenist. Any order. Target the Wayfinder. White. Whatever. Can I Lieutenant here? So this would be 3. I can't expend the Initiate. So if I'm going to have... I can't Coco either. So yeah, because if I Coco, I'm dead. So I think I have to Lieutenant, which makes Adeline live. That might be the important part here. Okay, Adeline dies. Sure, that just really hurts. Hit ya. Pass. Okay, recovery. Invoke. That wins. Sure. Yeah, our mana base killed us. So against mid-range pile, probably Thalia's in. Larcenist doesn't seem as great here. Redain seems fine. Lavinia doesn't make a difference. They gain hexproof. I mean, Season Pass does care about the graveyard. It's semi-relevant. What am I cutting, though? Maybe a Rider, a Pack Leader, a Officer. Run it like that. Cavern, name Human. Say go. Tomb. Passes. Oh my god, I play Confluence. That's not what I wanted to play. I want to play the Thicket. Vanguard, say go. Probably going to get pushed here. Yeah, called it. Hissing Quagmire, passes. Thicket, Thalia, say go. Plays a Forest, pushes. Okay, passes. I think I want a Temple Garden tapped. Redain, say go. Abrupt Decay, Cemetery, Shaman, passes. Say go. Swamp, turns on Quagmire. That's fine. Take 3. Collect a company. Adeline Redained. Play the Thicket. Okay, we need to make sure his spells are harder to cast. And I think I wanted to get down the Journa, just so I could have some way of giving my stuff hexproof. Go to combat. Attack. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Land of War Waste. Should cost 7 mana for a Languish here. Passes. Sure, we untap. Vanguard. Give everything a little bit of a boost. Play the Officer to increase our Adeline. Attack. So now he has to block Adeline. Turns on the Quagmire, which will block Adeline. Let's see how he blocks. Okay, so we sacrifice this then. Make sure Adeline doesn't die. Okay, eats our Jara. Smack. Get you to 3 past the turn. So now he's down a land. He's even further away from any kind of wrath. Waste. You can use Shaman, I suppose. We'll block. Maybe I shouldn't have just took it to dodge a Fatal Push. But that's fine. I mean, Fatal Push isn't really going to do a lot. We got that game anyways. So maybe I want this on the play more, just because we want to be a little bit quicker. If there's a 3-drop you don't want, maybe a Rider. Run it like that. Tap Quagmire, passes. We're going to play a Thicket. Bodyguard, say go. Plays a Swamp, passes. Temple Garden, untapped. Thalia, hit you for 2. Say go. Forest. Doomblade. Okay. Passes. A Gonshu. Adeline. Hit ya. There's definitely a room you could have argued I should have redained here, just in case the Languish is inbound. Okay. Binding. That's not as bad. Probably gets the Adeline. Passes. Play Redained. Go to combat. Hit you for 3. Pass the turn. Okay. Gets a tap Tomb. Plays a Jungle Hollow. Passes. Play Thalia's Lieutenant. Thalia. And I don't think I commit anything more to the board. Hit ya. Alright, that goes to the graveyard. That could mean that Redain is going to be pushed. Courser Crucifix. Passes. Secluded Courtyard. Name Human. Go to combat. Attack with the Redained. Pass the turn. Languish. We know that's inbound next turn. He needs to answer our board now. And he can't languish until he has 1 more land. Tear Asunder. Passes. I think we have to close the game out. I can't. That's right. The Blasted Thalia. Another Coco to rub it in my face. Classic. So I think I go to combat. Do I hit him? I hit him for 3? Let's see what he does here. I don't want to make him block the bodyguard. Okay, takes the block. All right, that means we get the Coco, which should hopefully win this game. Pass. Overgrown Tomb. Gains a life. Sure, he's at 7. Vraska. Sacrifice the bodyguard. Passes. Coco. Get a lieutenant and a pack leader. Go to combat. I think I shove. Draw a card. Blocks there. So if I get 2 humans, this is 6 points of damage. Let's see what happens. So if I get a, Vanguard. Pretty sure that's lethal. Got it. 1-0. Let's get into the next. Temple Garden. Tapped. Passes. We will put Cavern on human. Play Initiate. Say go. Cavern. Is this a mirror? Okay. Pack leader. Passes. Temple Garden. Untapped. Vanguard. Say go. Unclaimed territory. Is this a Mantis Rider? A Reflector Mage. Bounces the Vanguard. Sure. Hits me. Take it. Mana Confluence. So that's white. Red. Blue. Sweetest card of all humans. We will attack with Mantis Rider. Unclaimed territory. Coco. Oh my god. Finds a Reflector Mage for the Rider. Talk about an ultimate top deck. Okay. Swings out. We have to take it. That's just pure luck. Another Mantis Rider. Of course we find that one. The issue is either I Coco or I double spell. Their board is too wide. Which is the best? Vanguard. I think it's better that I guarantee hitting the humans. So we'll play both of those. Pass the turn. Plays a Courtyard. Okay, Vanguard. I think that's the end of us. Is that a Lord? I think it is. Yeah, we're off. We probably want Reflector Mage. Possibly Portable Hole. Down Officer, Initiate, Bodyguards. Down a Rider. Thalia probably doesn't matter, to be honest. Maybe a Jahara to have the Hexproof. Could be relevant. More so. Actually, we'll just keep it a 1-drop. Initiate seems better. Run it like that. Thicket. Initiate. Say go. Territory. Initiate. Passes. Temple Garden. Untapped. Vanguard. Attack. Sanctum. Thalia's Lieutenant. Seems like a very mid Thalia's Lieutenant. Attacks me. We take it. Unclaimed territory. On human. Larcenist. Not Larcenist. Larcentist. We will go ahead and eat the Initiate. And we attack for 4. Temple Garden. Is this a Coco? Okay. 2 Mantis Riders. I can't really block that. I guess I could have blocked. Yeah, because, he already sacrificed Initiate. Mana Confluence. Portable Hole. Thalia's Lieutenant. Attack. I think I have to make him trade his flyers. Okay, goes to 6. Pass the turn. We just need to dodge and removal for the Kite Sail. Okay, got game 2. That's good. So now we're on the draw. Do I want to lower my curve? Maybe cut a Rider or another Officer. Run it like that. Cavern of Souls. Untie. Passes. Initiate, not Untie. Oh my god. He asked me if I was playing Untie, and I said no. So it just correlated. Sorry. Temple Garden tap. Say you. Next turn we can Pack Leader. Looks like he's thinking the same thing. Hits me for 1. Take it. Reflector Mage. Territory. Human. Pack Leader. Say go. Brutal Cathar. Hits me for 5. Land, please? No. I guess Vanguard. Say go. Reflector Mage. Hits me for 8. We can't draw lands. Okay, we can't do anything. Yeah, we might have had a shot if we actually would have drew a land, but we do have a lot of 3-drops in this hand, so it's kind of weird. I'm not sold on the Brutal Cathar in the deck. Honestly, I think Kite Sail is better than that, but maybe I should have kept the Mana Confluence. I figured I would draw another land. You don't want too many lands in an aggro deck, so what are you going to do? But 1-1, let's get into the next match. Blood Crypt, tapped, passes. Temple Garden tapped, say go. Cliffs, Scoundrel, Crazy Treasure, hits me for 1, down to 19, take it. Thicket, Werewolf Pack Leader, say go. I guess the only downside about playing that land, maybe I should have played the Courtyard. At least maybe I can get to this Mantis Rider if I magically top deck a land. Big score. Passes. Haha, we drew the land. That hurts. So maybe I should have played the Courtyard last turn. Play Thalia's Lieutenant. Smack. There could have been an argument for Pack Leader so that way I guarantee a Coco next turn. But I kind of want to disrupt his turn if I can. Passes. Courtyard, human, blue, red, white. Play the best human of them all. Mantis Rider. Officer. Go to combat. Attempt to shove. Draw a card. That's the main reason why I'm more willing to sacrifice an officer. Apply enough pressure is because I knew I was probably going to draw a card here. Okay, spites the Thalia. I would have jumped, but sure. Goes to 11. Feet. What are you casting? For 8 mana. Or 7 potentially. Okay, Warcry. I see. Are we dead? Alright, we're at 12. I guess you have a land. Swings out. That's a lot of triggers. So we have to block here. That has trample. And we block there. Actually, I think we're just dead, no matter what we do. Might as well take out through 2 threats while we're at it. Alright, so this is the Thalia matchup. Redane matchup. That's essentially it. Maybe, yeah, Lavinia as well. Those are what we're wanting. Larcenist doesn't make a lot of sense. We don't really need to interact in that regard. Maybe not Pack Leader. Run it like that. Courtyard, human, initiate, say go. Blood Crypt, tapped, passes. Temple Garden, Vanguard, hitcha. I would like a land. Cliffs, Fire Prophecy. Give me a land that casts a Rider. Or I guess Adeline's fine. Oh my god, not a Rider. Cast Lieutenant. Hit you for 2. Pass the turn. Mountain. Scoundrel. Bodyguard. Play the Bodyguard. I guess on Thalia's Lieutenant. Go to combat. Hit you. Pass the turn. Big score. Blood Crypt. Shambling Ghast. A Ganju. That's a land at least. That does not cast a Mantis Rider, but I'll take it for an Adeline. Go to combat. Hit ya. Alright. Goes to 2. Just got to dodge the feet in the win con here. Yeah, here comes the win con. Yeah, that stinks. So it seems like the only time you really lose is land issues. And it could just be the variance, of course. Like, legitimately, if we would have had one more land faster, like we might have been able to pull off a win here and, you know, kill them before this happened, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So we end with a 1-2 record, and it's not a bad record overall. I just think it's, you know, it's definitely very mid. Swings out, nothing I could do. I have to block there. I mean, this Fury is gonna win alone. 1 and 2. Let's get into the wrap up. So what did we learn this week about this deck overall? For having 23 lands, we got land screwed more often than I would have thought. We just could not get to that 4th land consistently enough. Of course, Thalia and Coco has always been a conflict of interest. So, like, that's kind of why 2 Thalias on the board for the matchups where she's really necessary. But at the same time, it just hurt so much. Like, match 1, we did win, but game 1, we basically lost to our mana base. We just took so much damage off of mana confluence. So finding 2 mana confluences is a problem, but you do kind of want 1, right? Every match, every game. But multiples can really hurt. The other thing I noticed is Mantis Rider is kind of difficult to cast, at how this is constructed. And the issue is the only thing you could really cut is a Ganju to maybe up a territory. Relatively speaking, didn't come up often that we actually had a Ganju. So, like, it probably was very minimal amount of, you know, enhancement there. Kite Sail is definitely, I think, the best human option for a little bit of removal. Like I said, the artifact mode is quite relevant. Getting just non-creature spells can be quite relevant. So, I think that definitely is the correct choice there. Everything else in the deck kind of felt pretty okay-ish. I do kind of actively wonder if we want more 1-drops. We have 8 in the deck, but it's kind of difficult to figure out what to cut from the 2-drop slots, just because the deck is kind of stacked and powerful 2-drops, right? Vanguard is good, Lieutenant's good, Pack Leader is decent, Thalia is good. Maybe Thalia should just be 100% in the board, and we just go up a couple 1-drops. Just because I really think we need more 1-drops to apply pressure enough on turn 2 going into turn 3. So I really think that's something that this deck should consider. But if you have any considerations, let me know down in the comment section. I do think the deck is pretty well built. It's just, maybe it has to be just variance. 23 lands seems like the correct number for an aggro deck, especially since we only top out at 4. So, like, it seems like it should be the correct number. So, I don't know. Like I said, if you have any considerations, let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification before you head out that door. And until next time, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.